So Gary, late defeat here at Chelmsford today. What's your initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts, I was disappointed because we've lost the game of football. I guess the crumb of comfort is that we've been really good. Maybe a bit of a stretch, but we've been good for 80 minutes. But we've been undone by some I'm going to say poor decisions again. Really, as I said, for 80 minutes we've been good. First 15 minutes took a while for us to settle. I think they probably had their best spell in the game, obviously, in that first 10-15, and once we got to grips with that, and as I said, the game did settle. We have the best moments in the game. Ez should probably put us 1-0 up. He has a one-on-one. Keeper pulls off a good save. But yeah, look, I felt we controlled them quite well in and out of possession, and probably, like I said, both sides not happy to go in at 0-0 at half time. And then in the second half, I feel we're the team in the in the ascendancy, and then we score a good goal through 𝗣cie𝘀𝘁𝗵, who I thought was good throughout. And as I said, it's strange having lost the game 2-1, but there's some really good performances throughout. So yeah, look, probably a bit of repetition and a little bit. You can probably cut and paste these for the last couple of weeks, but yeah, some good performances amongst a game in big moments where we've made some poor decisions, or we haven't got the detail right. Like I said, we have 3 balls that flash across the box, and we've either not done enough to attack them, or they've got a toe on one, which has put it behind Tomo and Evans for a tap in, and there's a couple of others as well. So yeah, look, ultimately we're disappointed, but there's some real green shoots there. As I said, I think lots of positives from a disappointing day.
And Henry Sadie's goal was pretty well worked. That cross from Vaughan, knocked down by Bradbury, and knocked in by Sadie. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah,
it was some good initial play again. Like I said, I felt we were a real threat. We were a real threat. As I said, I've listed a couple of the chances there on top of the ones that we scored. There were a couple of certainly opportunities, nearly moments. But that one, like I said, really good play from Ez in the first instance. Good desire from everyone to get up and support underneath, which is the minimum we would expect. And then yeah, look, Kane attacks the back post really well to keep the ball live from the cross, and 𝗣cie𝘀𝘁𝗵 has a headed tap in, and at that point, like I said, we're happy and actually we're pretty comfortable. They end up having to bring on a centre half up front to try and get them back into it, and ultimately we through personnel aren't able to not necessarily deal with that. Like I said, I felt really comfortable. The long balls into the box we dealt with. Would have been nice to have had another fit centre half available to maybe go to a 3 to help with some emergency defending as such. It probably don't concede the goal if we're able to do that. But again, I may not have even decided to do that as it was, because I felt, like I said, really comfortable. We just couldn't get that second one. And then, like I say, it takes a worldie from Corbett to win the game for them.
And just how are you going to get the boys up and ready for the game on Monday?
Look, Monday we'll tell them what we normally do, and that's that they need to go away and rest and recover properly for Monday, which they will do. Of course, it comes thick and fast. I haven't looked at any of the results yet because we're just after the game, but yeah, look, we'll do that, and we'll do what we normally do, and that's try and go and win a game of football by getting the basics right, because that's the thing I think at the moment is just not quite getting the detail right on a lot of the simple stuff, which I think, as I said, over the course of the season is the stuff that sees you right over 46 games.